Bryant head coach Chris Merritt team came up 1 point short in overtime at Eastern Illinois this past week. They got another association game this week. They're going to be at Charleston Southern. So, Coach, some thoughts on your team, and we'll go with some questions.
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into the ball game it was going to be a closely contested game, and it came down to 2 or 3 plays, and we couldn't hit that one with a nail. Couldn't have hit that nail on the head any better. And we came as close as it came there at the goal line push at the end of the ball game.
Well, let's go to some questions. And did you? They had gone for 2 earlier in the year and missed it in overtime. Did you expect them to go for 2 point there in overtime?
I would have. Heck, I even thought about doing it myself as the first possession. We've been in 4 overtime games in the last 2 years, and 3 of those have come from the other team going for 2, and those were all 3 losses. And I think moving forward, it may even change my outlook on it. I'd rather go down swinging, making the other team score twice, even if we have the ball first, than to sit there and wait for it to happen.
That's a question I asked earlier of another coach. How has it changed over the years now? You have more 2-point plays with the overtime rules and stuff. You have more 2-point plays. You practice 2-point plays. How has that changed for you over the years?
Yeah, I mean, there's the offensive playbook has developed so much over the years. You've got base down playbooks, you've got third down playbooks, you've got red zone playbooks, and then now, like you said, I don't know if it was the Philly special who made it very popular, or I don't know, but it's a lot of teams are very creative down there on the goal line, and if you don't ever see those looks, they're hard to defend.
So you guys stay on the road. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen out of Charleston Southern, who has a pretty good defense, obviously.
Yeah, they're a violent defense. There's some carryover from the kids that were there last year, but they are a violent defense. They're going to be up in our face. We're going to have to win those one-on-one matchups. They're going to be difficult. They're going to be difficult to get big plays on. They're going to be one of those defenses that's going to come and they're going to hit you.
What do you think with Zevi, and obviously he can do with his legs and his feet, where do you see maybe is there one area that might work better for you, the short dink and dunk passes, or is it establishing the running game and see what happens there?
Yeah, I think Zevi's got a pretty wide range of things that he's very good at. The quick game is something that he's developed a little bit better this year. Last year, I think he had thrown a lot of more deep explosives, but this year, I think a lot of base down quick game deals he's excelled at. But when you play man-to-man coverage, that stuff doesn't really exist. You're going to have to protect the quarterback. You're going to have to let some of these routes develop. And that's going to be our challenge for Saturday is for us to win a one-on-one matchups against their secondary.
And then with your running game, outside of him, you did have 3 backs, 8 carries, 7 carries, and 7 carries. You mix it up, and if I'm saying his name, Fabrice, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. What were you trying to do there, getting a bunch of different people carries in the game?
Well, Fabrice has been one of our top 2 backs. He's been dinged up for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Hasn't got the opportunity much. Now he's coming back, and that's we really wanted to temper his touches on Saturday. We want to take the steps back in the pool. We don't want to dive into the deep end, and we gave him the amount of carries to reflect that. Simi Bakari has also been a little dinged up, so we've been trying to manage those touches and between those guys just to keep a healthy, fresh back on the field.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck this weekend on the road, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Sounds good, man. Take care.
Thanks, Coach.